Hey, welcome back to Expat Rebel. This is Expat Rebel Chris, and this is about gardening in the tropics. So, our gardener comes over today, and so I thought I'd shoot a little bit before she got here and a little bit after she was done. She comes once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks. Right now is high season, so I think she's a little busy. She hasn't been here in 2 or 3 weeks at this point. But yesterday we went shopping, so she has a bunch of resources to use today. I'm going to show you what is going to be happening today. So we got, of course, some soil, compost, and everything. These are tomato plants that we actually grew from a tomato. We just took the seeds out and stuck it in. As you can see, it didn't do all that great, but we're hoping maybe to plant them in a permanent thing to recover. We got a golden pothos that needs to be planted as well. We're rooting some things that just fell off. Again, some more pothos, but this we're not exactly sure what it is. Or even this one, coleosis, I believe. We're using an app called Seek. And I actually use it on my iPad. And you just point it at a plant and it'll tell you what it is. It's not completely accurate. There is some plants that it doesn't know what it is, but it's pretty amazing how well it does. I think we're gonna plant this because it's crooked in here. This started just shooting out of the trunk. It grew really fast. That's amazing. We also tried out these things, the little drip things, and quite honestly, it's doesn't seem to be working all that great. But we're doing some plants over here just to test out the area. This is early in the morning. The sun is just coming up, and so this gets morning sun. So we're going to probably just leave these here. Main plants that I'm more concerned about is mint. So I use mint in my smoothie every morning, and instead of buying it, we just grow it. We found out that buying mint was actually cheaper than at like Home Depot than at the grocery store. And of course, you can just plant it as well. And so we don't have to keep buying it. We have another container over here. Now on these bougainvilleas, there is a ivy taking over. And we want to separate the ivy, which we probably want to keep actually. We're thinking about putting it along the wall here. We're still figuring this area out, but we want to take the ivies out. And we have another plant that is having this completely different plant to grow in the same pot with it that it just came with. But I'll be showing you that in a minute. Now we got a couple of stoceros, and this is a new leaf, and it just comes out the stem. Isn't this amazing that it comes out and just rolls out? And so this is it. Probably another day or two, it's going to look like this one just unfolded yesterday. And this other sister was a day before that. So obviously these guys are loving the patio area in front of the ocean's right over there. It's far enough away. It's not getting too much wind. That was really what we were concerned about with these, was that that wouldn't happen. Now these plants are doing fine. Got some more pothos. This is a pink polka dot plant. Pretty nice. This guy also my Seek app couldn't figure out what this is, but it's been growing off new leaves and whatnot. As it's recording date, we're in mid-August. And so it's prime time. It's the middle of the summer and everything's growing like crazy. So some of the golden pothos we stuck in our little pool island here are starting to trail out. We're going to actually have to tie them to the palm tree so they start growing up the palm tree. Now we've done that over here with this one. We actually put in dirt. There's a bag of dirt right there, and planted this plant there, and we're tying it to this palm tree. What we're trying to encourage is this to climb up the tree. Hey, there's our little mascot. New little iguana. We have about 3 on the property, and they like to come out and get some morning sun. So we did make a mistake on this fern in that we had it in that pot, but it was too much water and it doesn't have a drain hole apparently. Yeah, which I didn't know. So it got really waterlogged where that fern did not. So we need to make sure that those are repotted. Not sure we're doing that today. in a good pot that has drainage. We actually are still filling our pool from our last cleaning. We actually over chlorinated it. And so we had to dump some water and we're refilling from city water, which takes a while. And this little island area as well, we just planted some plants and then it just started growing like crazy. So you don't need to put in a ton of plants. You just need to stick them in the key areas around and then just let it go because they're obviously, we're going to need to, on this one as well, we're going to tie it to the palm tree. We're encouraging it to go up the palm tree. We like that look. And so we're going to be doing that. Now, this is our ginger plant, which we thought was getting too much. Some of this was actually how we got it. Little beat up when we got it, but it's actually doing really well here. We thought might get too much wind there, but it's protected along this wall here, so it seems to be doing fine. These plants, I've already had to take this part right here that's coming out. They're going to probably transplant that, get it to rooting over in our garden center, and then transplant it once it's got enough roots somewhere because this just keeps coming out of this pot. I've already done that once before, and these plants just grow like crazy. These are more modest. They're just there. They're beautiful. They've been staying. Same with this one. These dead parts, which we need to trim off, came with it as well. Now, this palm tree, we love little small palms. We have them almost in every room of our house. But we have one in the pot. We just love them. But you can see it has this vine plant that is coming out of the same pot. And it's got flowers, really gorgeous flowers. So we like it, but we needed it to be elsewhere. So we're going to repot that somewhere else today as well. So that's what's on tap for today. She's going to have a full day of gardening to do. And we're going to be, of course, helping her figuring out where we want things and everything, plus cleaning up on things. If you heard that, I don't know if that came out on audio, but we have a bug zapper. We actually have 3 of these. There's another one over there because when the rainy season started, there was a lot of bugs. And in fact, more bugs than I've ever seen. I've lived in Mexico for a few years now, so we're used to it. And this part of Yucatan, Mexico. But it seemed way more than normal. So we bought some bug zappers, and it does keep the bugs down. The plants, so far, we haven't noticed really that making things worse or whatnot. In fact, some of the plants that we have repel insects. We're trying to make sure we don't increase the insect population around here. But the bug zappers, the big ones, the really nicely powerful ones work. We got some battery ones that are really small, and it didn't kill anything ever. And so they're not good to use. Don't get those. Get the really nice big ones. They're only like $35 in the US. In the US, we actually bought some of these in the US and imported them in. We do that. We actually will import some things, and we can get some things from Amazon Mexico. They got a pretty good selection, actually. Or when we go into Merida, it's a big city, and it has everything. And we usually can find most everything we need there. And then we use Amazon Mexico to fill in. There are some things that I just can't find in the big city. So we, like everybody else, we order online. Just here, you're looking at 2 weeks to get it, typically, and not overnight, not 2 days or anything. But we got great selection of stuff. I can get almost anything. Some of the things I can't even get that way, I can actually buy from Amazon US store and have them ship it here. They do that, and you have to pay an import fee. For some things, that's okay. Electronics is kind of pricey, which is why electronics here in Mexico costs more. Even if you go to Costco, Mexico, which has got great stuff, or any of the electronic-y type stores, there's stores that are like Apple, called iStore, that, in fact, the layout is almost exactly like Apple when you walk into it. Yeah. And they only sell Apple products, and they're an authorized retailer of Apple, and they go to places where Apple doesn't have a store. And we have a few in Merida, and they're fantastic. You can go in there and you can buy the latest Apple product of your choice. It's just that it costs more. So typically, most people will buy that in the US on a trip and then come back with it. A couple $100 more for a laptop, typically. But we're going to see. We're going to have a great day gardening, and I'll probably show you a little bit of that. And then I'll do a little video at the end to show you exactly what happened. So see you on the flip side. Okay, and welcome back. Actually, it's been a couple of days before our gardener showed up, but she was here for quite a few hours, at least 5.5 hours. And let me show you before it starts raining. She just left, and I want to show you what she did. Now, she used our little garden area here. We got the water and everything to repot a lot of things. Let me show you what we had repotted. So this came off just one of the plants I just showed you, and came off in a lot of different plants out of it. So we stuck them in a bunch of pots. You'll see that over and over again. This is also planted this in a bigger pot that we had waiting to go as well. And we got one of these pots, fancy round ones right here, for, again, that same plant that is just so over full will be stuck in there. And the rest of them from that same plant we stuck into this pot also. Now, we bought 15 bags of dirt. We're going to, next time she's here, actually, she's going to plant some more stuff, but we're going to have her put in dirt. This is enough for probably like half of this whole area here. And so she'll be doing that next time. Our pool was cleaned today as well, so it's a little low. And besides cleaning up the yard, look how she does these rake, very Zen Japanese type of thing. I think they know that I like that type of thing, so they do that. It's really beautiful. And there's the ocean. But okay, so back to the plants. So we had her replant that. Yeah, most of these plants came out of this pot. This was growing so well. And that was about it. She didn't do this vine here. I'm going to have her do that because the plum tree and the vine shouldn't be in the same pot. And that's it. She didn't do anything with the middle islands or anything. And next time she did that, golden pothos in what they call a window sill planter. And we'll move those up to the second floor balcony so that we can have some plants along this golden pothos, for the most part, hang down. That's the plan. And wanted to show you also in a couple of days that this Monstera leaf I showed you, it was just coming out of this branch. And this is what it looks like. It comes out and then it unrolls. So give it another day or two, and it'll probably look like the sky behind you. But this one, for this one, and this one's probably at least a week since it's been on its field. And it went from this light colored green to a normal dark green. These are wonderful plants. They're so tropical and everything. And when you're doing tropical gardening as an expat here in Yucatan, Mexico, this is a great plant because the humidity is so high here. It does extremely well. Very easy. You just have to water it every 1 or 2 days. That's it. Oh, we sell this one as well. That thing as well. That's it from gardening in the tropics. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got any questions about gardening in tropics, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel for this show, plus other expat-related shows we have on this channel. Our remodel, people had asked, our kitchen remodel has been on hold for like at least over a month as the final plans for the kitchen cabinet are finished. And then they'll have to make them and install them. I'm guessing a couple more months before all that will be done. But as soon as I have anything, I'll be posting that onto the Expat Renovation show here on Expat Rebels. Well, we just got back from our beach walk. We were checking out the hot tub. We're going to have it cleaned because it rained like crazy. And then this branch fell off our palm tree a few seconds after we were standing here. Yeah. So stuff like that happens. No. Sometimes that happens. And that's why we have this table on its side so that if any coconuts or branches land on us and stick a dent in it, because it looks like it did once. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to minimize it. That one's about to get us. I can't reach it. Thank you for watching my video. please hit subscribe to the channel. We'd love that. Leave a comment if you got any questions or comments about this video. And hey, make sure you hit that bell notification so you get notified when I come out with new videos. And hey, why not join the expat newsletter? An email comes out every week over at expatrebel.com. You'll learn about becoming an expat, being an expat, and even traveling the world. Yeah, go over to expatrebel.com to sign up for that, and see you guys next time. Bye.